This year I've developed and established something that's become very, very, very dear to my heart. And we call it multi-directional discipleship. My understanding of discipleship has drastically shifted and changed and developed in the last 12 months. Since moving to Africa, I've found out that I really basically didn't even know what discipleship was all about. In many ways, I never really discipled anyone with any sense of intentionality, and was in the same way never was really discipled myself with any intentional and meaningful purposefulness. In the last year, we've realized that making disciples is a key to seeing churches planted and the gospel spread across the world. And so it starts here in our own lives. So Trish and I have become increasingly committed to living out the principles of discipleship in our own lives, in our own home, in our own family, starting with playing a key role in each other's lives, moving to discipling Davis intentionally and Lily intentionally, even as a young child. In the same way, we've developed discipleship relationships in our lives in 3 directions: ahead, beside, and behind. We've intentionally established discipleship relationships with people ahead of us in their faith journey, more mature, further along. We've asked them to come and speak into our lives, to play a corrective role. We've humbled ourselves, placed ourselves under their authority, and said, shape me, speak into our lives, help us become all that Jesus wants us to. And we've confessed our sins, we've shared our story openly, and we've asked them to walk a journey with us where they can teach us how to be more committed followers of Jesus. The relationship is intentional. We meet regularly. It's focused on obedience to Jesus. Beside is the other one. We've initiated intentional peer discipling, what we call peer discipling relationships with people just about in the same place as we are in their faith journey. And so these could be friends, but we walk an intentional road with them. It's not haphazard relationship. It's not slap happy. It's not accidental. It's not just doing life together. While that's all well and good, but it's intentional. Every so often, every week or every 2 weeks, we're going to get together. We're going to hold each other accountable on these issues of character growth and development. We're confessing these sins, and we're challenging each other toward obedience to Jesus. Sometimes they're leading me. Sometimes I'm leading them. Sometimes I've got more wisdom on the topic. Sometimes they do. It teaches humility. It teaches transparency. And then finally, behind. We're intentionally selecting people that are not as far along as we are in their faith journey, that we see kingdom potential in, that we look at them and say, they're special. There's something about them. And we've gone to them and we've said, we want to disciple you. We want to walk with you. We believe God has special plans for you. Would you be willing to come under our care spiritually? Can we play a spiritual mother or father role in your life and walk a journey with you intentionally, regularly, transparently, openly toward obedience to Jesus? And so we've initiated these relationships ahead, beside, and behind. We've done that on purpose. We're committed to them. And so Trisha's got some of each of those 3. I've got a number of each of those 3. And we're living discipleship at the core of who we are so that we can reproduce disciplic values, so we can reproduce a heart for discipleship in other people that can then do the same and do the same, 2 Timothy 2:2. And we do this because Matthew 28, the Great Commission, says, go and make disciples. It doesn't say go and make churches. And so we believe that disciple making is at the heart of church planting. And so discipleship has taken on a whole new meaning to us this year. And it's really at the core of everything that we're doing. We can do programs, models, churches till we're blue in the face. But if we aren't living and modeling and teaching and embodying discipleship, followership of Jesus, then I think what we're doing is in vain.